I hate being at home, all day. I'd sooner be out of the house. I mean, it only takes you a morning to do the housework, and then you've got all afternoon just sitting around doing nothing.
You've just gone back to work. Why did you do that?
Because I was fed up and bored with staying at home. I mean, I had 2 of the boys at school, and there was only me and the baby here, and nothing to do.
The other side of the square and the other side of the picture. Jeannie Reid has 3 children, 11, 7 and 3. She didn't go out to work when they were very young, but she's now back at work in a shop, and she's glad of the extra money it gives her of her own.
Oh, yes, I'm very independent now.
You don't have to ask your husband?
No, well, not that I did before, mind you, but now I can just go out and get what I want.
When you didn't work, when you had your 3 children when they were smaller, how did you like that?
Oh, I didn't like it. I think it's very boring to stay at home. I mean, most women moan about they've got a lot of work to do, whereas me, I just get on and do it. And normally it would only take me 1 morning to do all my housework. And then you just mope about all afternoon doing nothing. And, in the winter you can't go anywhere nice. Not like in the summer we used to take the boys swimming and on picnics. But, I mean, now I'm at work. Well, I'd sooner be at work myself. I don't get so fed up. I was very irritable before when I was at home. But all that's finished with now. I just come and go as I like.
But you have to do your own housework in odd times, in the evenings or at the weekends.
Well, I have Thursday afternoon off. I make that a scrubbing and polishing afternoon. But every night my husband helps. He cooks the dinner while I go off and make the beds, and he clears the fireplaces out and lights the fire. And he, does the hoovering and that. So we sort of share the work,
If wives do work, family relationships must alter. A woman who's a full-time shop manageress can't also be a full-time cook, waitress and skivvy. The husband must accept that if his wife's work extends out of the home, his has to extend into it. Although the family has to pitch in, there is more money coming in. Mother has more to do but feels freer and happier.
Oh, I think if you go to work, it gives you an interest in life, apart from just normal housework, looking after the children, cooking. I mean, when you go work, you've got something to dress up for. Because being at work, you can't just go to work anyhow, like stay at home, wear trousers and an old jumper. But when you go out to work, you can wear a decent dress or something.
On her way to the shop, Jeannie leaves her youngest child, Nigel, with his grandmother.
But I'm manageress of a carnival novelty shop. It's very nice. I find it very interesting. You meet different class of people. You get different customers come in and you have a laugh, It's not like going to work. May I help you, sir?
Yes, I wanted some practical jokes for a children's party.
There's the mustard pot. We got
Jeannie's hours in the joke shop are normal shop hours, 9 till 5:30. And it's really only possible for her to do the job because her mother lives very close by and can look after the children. Many married women suffer agonies of frustration, wanting to work but having neither relatives nor other help to look after the children. Jeannie is lucky. She's not finished raising her family, but she already feels able to embark on a wholly new phase of life, another 20 or 30 years of partial independence at work.
And that's 1 and 8, 2 and 2.
Women now are not only financially independent in some degree, but are also able to do things long thought to be the prerogative of men. To many men, there's nothing quite so masculine as the view from behind a steering wheel. But questions of what is masculine or feminine are less clear-cut, and this affects marriage. Man's work and women's work have to be bargained afresh by each partner in each marriage. In the past, roles were clearer. Men worked, women kept house. For Mrs. Reid's mother, Mrs. Beecroft, there were 40 years of bearing and rearing children, and now her numerous grandchildren. For Mrs. Reid, 3 is enough.